Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Miss Karinge, and if at all it is your very first time seeing this channel, please make sure you like our video and also subscribe. Alright, so guys, I know you can see the title of our today's video, and just around 5 minutes I was having my TikTok live stream, but unfortunately the network was not working so well because my Wi-Fi had a little bit of challenges, so I was working with data bundles and they were not working so effectively for me. So then I thought, I think I have some time. I haven't created some content for my people and I need to create content for them. So I actually took my Facebook and I summarized a few points that maybe I can share with you people, and maybe it's something that can actually work for you. So if at all you are looking towards starting to sell on TikTok, it's one of the platforms that I can advocate that you need to work on how you can make sales on TikTok. All right. um but I actually summarize some of the important points on which that maybe you need to have, okay? Because for me, I have learned the hard way, though personally most of the things I just learned the hard way. I learn how to handle them the hard way. I make mistakes, and so forth, because I didn't find anyone to train me on the same. So I had to learn the hard way. All right. And that being said, so what are these? I think I have six major points. I think, yes, six major points on which that you must have if you want to start selling on TikTok. All right. If you want to start selling on TikTok, there are these major three things that you need to have. Point number one, before I go to those major points, of course I would advocate that you can sell with two methods using TikTok. Number one, you can upload the products that you're actually selling and just let them be. But when uploading them, there's some things that you need to follow. Maybe I'll come back and tell you what will actually work so well for you when you are uploading maybe the pictures or the videos of a particular product that you are working on. In case you are interested, if you want me to make such a video on how you can sell on TikTok, and when uploading pictures or videos, please let me know in the comment section. So you have said you can upload videos, or option number two, you can start having live stream. Personally, I sell using the two methods. I do live stream and I also use pictures or videos. All right. And as I said a few minutes ago, I was there, but the internet just decided to mess me up. All right. So what are these major things that you actually need? Number one, you need a stable internet. That one you need, because as for today, what has actually messed me up, it was the internet. I remember the number on the live stream was going up, and then all of a sudden, boom, it's going down because my internet, it's buffering, it's not stable. So you find the audience are interested in with whatever you are selling, so they join in large numbers. But unfortunately, because the internet is not stable, they just boom, they just disappear. Okay, option number two, that point number two that you need a good phone. Yes, you need a good phone with a good camera. A good phone with a good camera, and most probably also storage, because when you are selling online, it means that you'll be doing a lot of photography, maybe a lot of videos and so forth. So a clear camera is very important because it helps you a lot. It helps you a lot when you are marketing your products. The client can see clearly on the small details about the product, and so maybe you can make sales using this. Okay, then point number three, this video is going to be very short. I'm going very fast because I'm just getting some points from my head. Okay. Point number three is trust. People need to trust you. I remember I began, by the way, before I was selling only on Instagram, Facebook, but now I and also on WhatsApp. But now I decided to start selling on TikTok. I began selling on TikTok around May in the year 2023. Okay, and at the beginning it was quite challenging because people will like your products, but sometimes they are not sure. Are you legit or not? Can you be trusted? So but with the time the trust just come automatically. So if at all you are planning to start selling there, don't be afraid when you get a lot of issues. Oh, where are you located? How can I trust you? Can I pay after delivery? These are the kind of things that that you are going to receive. So let me write down. I've remembered another point. I'm not going to edit this video. I'm not going to edit this video. Okay. Then the other thing that I've learned that you need to do is delegation, because for me, I realized that this work it's quite overwhelming. It's quite overwhelming. And when the work, because you know we have marketing, we have payment, we need to confirm payment, because now I'm doing it online. It means that we have to plan on delivery. There's packaging, confirmation of payment, confirmation of whether the goods have arrived, all those follow up. It's a lot. So sometimes you might need assistance. You can work on you can work by yourself, but sometimes it gets overwhelming and it might not be possible to do so, because you have messages to handle, the calls sometimes they are too much. Yes, they're too much. But anyway, you need delegation. But when you're delegating duties, for me, I've been delegating duties, but sometimes I feel like things are not being done in the right way. So you need to be very keen when you're delegating here, because I have had scenarios, especially on marketing. I realized that because I've said I do a lot of sales, most of the time on live stream. I realized that when I do the sales, I make more sales than when I leave it to somebody else. I don't know how to explain this. I don't know how to explain this. I don't know whether it depends with the personality of that person, or how well they are equipped with their marketing skills. Yes, that is the other problem, because that is actually a challenge that I'm having. When I'm in, the sales are more. When I'm out, I might even be told we didn't make sales today. And I'm like, how? This huge difference, it's not adding up. And sometimes I just wonder, is it that the clients are buying products because it's me? I don't know how to explain, sijui nitaelezea aje hii kitu. Ushaijipata kwa hiyo scenario that mtu anaweza buy product kwa sababu, like, maybe we say you have a family business. When you are there, you are going to make sales. Ukiachia mtoi wako ama uachie your hubby or your sister, you realize, the customers are not purchasing. So that is something I realize I'm not yet to understand what's going on, because at the end of the day, I need to delegate things up, but I'm trying to work around and see what I can do. And something else that comes with delegation, personally, I've had bad experiences with whereby the people whom I'm delegating the duties to, when doing the delivery, maybe they indicate the wrong phone number, maybe they send goods which have not been paid, and sometimes we end up having losses. Okay, because I can't be there all the time and I have other businesses to handle. So it gets a little bit difficult, but I'm trying to maneuver around. And I think that is the reason as to why that maybe you are not able to see me around here. Because I have videos prepared, but some of these videos, they need editing, and that's why I say this one I'm not going to edit, just speak and upload it as it is. Whether I stammer, whether I shrub, or whatever I do, I'll just let the video go out as it is, because now time is becoming a very big issue. The other thing is about delivery. You need to learn how, or to have a strategy on how you are going to conduct your deliveries. When you are selling on TikTok, it means this is an online business. Very few customers who will walk in your enterprise and take the product. You realize that you'll get customers from all over the country, okay, and sometimes even outside Kenya. So what does that mean? You need to have a very reliable delivery company, and maybe in case you are in need of one, I can refer you to one, but maybe I can tell you a general overview on how I do it. Personally, when I do deliveries, I'm not based in Nairobi CBD, so I'm based in the outskirts of Nairobi. Are they called outskirts? Niko kwa katao kamoja hapa hivi within Nairobi. And so most of the time you find that I have clients in Mombasa, Kisumu, Naivasha, blah blah blah. So how do I make sure that the goods leave like a small city, like a small town, and then they go to CBD? Because in CBD, this is whereby you find we have if mzigo inaenda Kisumu, we can get Ena Coach, we can get Chenia Genesis and the others, okay, for them to do deliveries. So how am I able to do that? I need to have a rider. So you need to have a rider who can pick the goods at your doorstep, at your shop, pick them and then do deliveries for you. Again, if we are doing deliveries within Nairobi, we always have two options. Number one, we can use our personal rider in case a client can afford our personal rider to take the goods to their doorstep. Then again, they can do that. Option number two, we can use a company like a Pickup Mtaani, a company that I can actually advocate, especially within Nairobi. And these days, they are also actually outside Nairobi, or rather companies like Delivery Man. We have so many delivery companies, so but you also need to get a good company that is not going to frustrate you. Okay, yes, the company that is going to frustrate you. So delivery sometimes can be a challenge. Like for me yesterday, I needed some items. Yesterday was on a Saturday. Okay, I needed some item to leave, but and I told the rider that I was leaving, but somebody else, my assistant, will be there to handle everything. So I told the rider he should come and pick up the items by around 2 p.m. But unfortunately, he called around 6 p.m. when I was already back and saying that he won't pick the items. I said no, reason being, when you pick the items around 6 p.m., within Nairobi it's going to be messy. And even outside Nairobi, you find that when you give items to the driver maybe around 6 p.m., like for example, Wage Circle, let me not mention the name of companies, you realize that if you give them around that time, these items are given to the driver, and the driver, by the time he gets to the destination, the offices are already closed. So what happens? The driver stays with the package, and sometimes it can be, oh, ulipea client mzigo, hapana, achukui simu, you know, mvutano inaanza, nilipata ofisi imefungwa and I did this and this. So sometimes it gets messy. So that's why I said he shouldn't come and pick them, he should pick them in the following day. Okay, the other thing that you need to be aware of is handling of messages and calls. These messages could be coming from your TikTok account. You know, when you have posted items, you need to respond on time. DMs, you need to respond on time. If you have WhatsApp, or if you have directed your TikTok account to your WhatsApp, you need to respond to those items. And maybe I realized that sometimes you might have a challenge. I don't know why I'm saying the same things, but it's the truth. You might have a challenge on how maybe your assistant is handling the messages, and this is something which needs to be handled in a careful way. Because one thing you need to know when you're handling online, you'll meet clients who have even different understanding. You come from different diversities, and a small issue can make a very big problem. For example, I've had an instance whereby I posted a product, and a number of clients, they needed the same product. So I ended up giving one client because I cannot give it to all the clients. And some of them were like, oh, you are very rude, why did you give it to somebody else? I'm pretty sure I'm the one who asked for that product in advance, how could you do that? So you need to handle this thing in a very professional way. I know there are some instances whereby I've been forced to send a client a screenshot to show them that they asked for that item at this particular time, and the one whom I gave, they asked the product at this particular time, because watakasirika tu bure. And also when maybe you are handling the issue of money, because you find that because now that the payment is done maybe via PayBill or M-Pesa, sometimes you find that there are delays. And hii ni kitu sana sana naonanga, maybe some clients wamejam, which I understand, it's normal. So you need somebody who will handle these things in a mature way. And one of the things I've learned is that every time that client anapanda juu, I always go down, because tukienda juu sisi wote, because they'll be like, oh, nimetuma pesa kwa hii account, imesoma hii jina na hii jina, hiyo sio jina yenye inafaa kupokea. Unasema ndio hiyo, haya ndio hii nimetuma, kwako haijafika. And it can get messy if you are not careful. Okay, so that is something that you need to learn how to handle it. Sometimes the calls can be too much. I have had instances whereby the client, because I was the one who was handling the phone, I have had instances whereby the clients are calling 12 a.m. but now I learned to be a little bit disciplined, because for me sasa nayo discipline ilikuwa imeisha. I am overwhelmed by work, I can pick the call anytime. But then I also learned that I need to be disciplined in whatever I do, because if I entertain, of course I need the money, but if I keep on entertaining clients that I can receive the call anytime, then I will not have a life, to be honest. I will not have a life, and at the end of the day, I have a life and I should have a life. Yeah, so that is it. Then I think I talked about the phone. I think so, that you should be having a phone with that can generate good quality pictures and that have enough storage, because of course you will be maybe having a lot of pictures, a lot of videos, maybe you'll send pictures on receipts and so forth. Okay, then the other thing I've learned is about payment. When you are establishing the method of payment, because this is an online business that you are conducting, you need to be very careful. Let's say you are using your M-Pesa or your PayBill or your till number, you need to be very careful. I think I've had friends who had instances of clients claiming they send the money, but they send a screenshot, but the screenshot is actually edited, or they send a message and and they edit the, what is it called, they edit that number, what do you call it, is it a code, that number for Safaricom, R or K something, the code that they edit out. And so if you don't go ahead and confirm from your M-Pesa, then somebody will be playing around with your mindset. I have heard people saying that a client alikuwa amewaibia more than 7 times, ordering dresses, sending, ordering, sending, well, and there's no money the client has ever sent. So you need to be also careful with that. And I know there's some people who prefer sending the money to their M-Pesa numbers. It's a good method, of course, but it comes to the challenges of people reversing the money, especially when you're making so much sales, and you might not be having the time to keep on, mtu akisema amelipa, si amelipa, then they reverse. So you need to be careful on the same, yeah, or they play around with your mind. You need to be careful, especially on the payment method. I think those are the major things that I have noted, that maybe they are the basic things that you need to be having for you to make successful sales on TikTok. And of course, finally, you need to be very good in sales, especially on, you need to be very good in sales and also creative. You need to be creative, whether you decide to create pictures or videos. People are not willing to watch your boring videos. Try to think out, try to watch other people, how are they doing the things, try to copy that, and then I think it's going to be amazing. Try to understand the TikTok algorithm and so forth. Guys, I think I think that is it for our today's video. And as usual, in our Mandarin corner, I want to teach you how to say Chinese in. Huh? Yeah. My goodness. How do we say Chinese in Chinese? The Chinese language. How do we say it in Chinese? That is funny. How do we say Chinese in Chinese? Han Yu. Han Yu. Like for example, you find that Han Yu is the Han language. You stand for language. Like for example, they will say English is English is Yin Yu. Yin Yu. Guys, that is it for now. I know I've got a lot of videos I have not yet uploaded. I'll be working towards editing them and uploading them. Just bear with me. But we are still conducting our import classes. In case you're interested, don't hesitate to take our number, WhatsApp us, and then we are going to get back to you on a timely manner. Okay? Until next time, bye bye and 再见.